Aussies might joke about this, but Australia looks like a terrifying place to live. The sights are stunning and the sun is hot, but some of the animals are frightening. Whether it's colossal spiders, enormous crocodiles, or even the Hemsworth brothers, the land of Oz is home to some truly scary creatures. Here are the 15 most dangerous animals in Australia. Number 15. Saltwater crocodile, aka salties. In terms of total length, the largest living reptiles are the reticulated pythons and saltwater crocodiles. These crocs can grow to more than 7 meters long, and they are not to be messed with. The saltwater crocodile is enormous, with the average male being 5 meters long and weighing in at 500 kilograms. The female is significantly smaller, but I wouldn't want to run into her either. She comes in at an average 3 meters in length and weighs around 100 kilograms. These crocodiles are extremely territorial, striking their victims on land or in the sea. They move extremely quickly, catching their prey in their strong jaws. Imagine having the 64 teeth of a crocodile piercing through your skin, or maybe don't. Once the crocodile is latched onto its prey, it drags it underwater, drowning it and leaving it to rot before consumption. Doesn't sound exactly appetizing, does it? These dangerous animals make their home in a wide area, extending from northern Australia to eastern India and Southeast Asia. They are predominantly found around saltwater, living in coastal habitats. But if you think you're safe taking a quick dip in your local freshwater river, think again. These nasty reptiles are just as comfortable in these environments too. It seems nowhere is safe. Number 14. Python. Australia is a highly developed country with the world's 14th largest economy. It's also well known for its snake population. The country is often referred to as Australia, land of the pythons. Now, I don't know about you, but this isn't a mantra I would be proud to advertise. World famous for their marsupials and eucalyptus, Australia is also home to 14 species of python. These monsters have razor-sharp teeth, and close to half of the species are believed to inhabit the planet. The pythons found in Australia range from 12 to 160 kilograms and reach lengths of 7 meters. They also have a nasty bite, but that's not what you need to watch out for. These slippery little characters are strong. In fact, once they've wrapped around their prey, it is extremely difficult to persuade them to let go. They literally strangle their victims to death and then proceed to swallow them whole. Sounds delightful, doesn't it? In late 2019, there was a case in Queensland, Australia, where a boy was stalked by a huge python. His father scared the snake away, only for it to return again. This time, the python succeeded and latched onto the 4-year-old's arm. The father said it was like playing tug-of-war with an extremely strong opponent. When he discovered he was fighting a losing battle, he had to decapitate the snake to save his son's life. Number 13. European honeybees. Have you ever felt the pain of a bee sting? It is definitely not the most pleasant feeling. This charming little character may only be the size of an adult's fingernail, but it packs a real punch. These guys are a resilient bunch too. Although they only live between 120 and 150 days, they have been part of the Australian landscape for about 190 years. The European honeybee has become more dramatically widespread over Australia in the last 80 years. These bees can be farmed, being much less dangerous than their wild counterpart. The feral European honeybee competes with native fauna for floral resources, completely disrupting the natural pollination process. By disrupting this process, it's hard to limit the spread of some unwanted plants. These bees may displace endemic wildlife from tree hollows, causing great concern. It is important that if you come across a hive, you do not go near it, for obvious reasons. These bees are extremely territorial and will become aggressive as they try to protect their hives. They're not picky either. They will sting anyone or anything that gets in their way. Number 12. Dingo. The dingo is just like a domestic dog, only larger in size and highly unpredictable. Rewilded descendants of domestic dogs, the dingo is not good as a pet. Quite frankly, it would be just like having a wolf at the end of your bed. Dingoes are no threat to humans, although being classed as Australia's largest mammal carnivore may suggest otherwise. This animal has large canine teeth longer than those of a domestic dog, perfect for tearing the flesh off the bone of livestock. These big dogs are a pest for farmers, feeding off animals they find enclosed within a farm's gates. The dingo has evolved to develop a fight or flight temperament, which means that if an animal or human is larger than them, they'll generally run away. The dingo's coat and appearance are largely determined by where they live. The most common color is ginger with white paws. However, they can differ to a golden yellow or even darker tan to black color. The body fur is short and gets thicker towards the tail. Even though it's not common, these animals do become aggressive when defending their territory or young pups, so it is best just to avoid them. Number 11. Kangaroo. Australia's national icon, the kangaroo, is also one of the country's most dangerous animals. This large marsupial is from the family Macropodidae, meaning large foot. Now, if you've seen a kangaroo, this will make perfect sense. The kangaroo has huge feet attached to the end of long and very strong legs. The kangaroo can be extremely dangerous, especially to men. They become very defensive when approached and are best left alone in the wild. The red kangaroo is the largest species of the kangaroo family, growing to a huge 47 kilograms. The strength behind its kicks would break bones. These herbivores don't go looking for fights and strictly only attack when provoked or protecting their young. They have very little incentive to become aggressive. When traveling in Australia, it is common to stumble across the occasional kangaroo, as they are indigenous to the country. The government estimates that there are 34.4 million kangaroos living within harvested areas of Australia in 2011. Imagine just how many could be running around now. Time to start counting. Now it's time for today's topic. In a shocking discovery, Australian wildlife officials have captured what could be the largest crocodile ever found in the country's natural environment. The massive reptile, estimated to be 30 feet in length, was spotted in a remote river system in the Northern Territory. Officials, stunned by its size, carefully transported the crocodile to a secure facility for further study and to officially measure its length. If the estimates are accurate, this crocodile would surpass the legendary Chris the Croc, a 28-foot saltwater crocodile shot in Queensland in 1957, which has held the record for decades. "We've never seen anything like this in modern times," one official said. "Its sheer size is almost unbelievable." The crocodile's capture has sparked global attention, with many speculating how such a massive creature could have remained undetected for so long. Some experts believe it may have lived in an isolated area, avoiding human contact, while others suggest it could be a genetic anomaly. For now, the crocodile's exact measurements remain unconfirmed, but its discovery has reignited fascination and fear about the giants lurking in Australia's wild waters. Could there be even larger crocodiles still hiding in the country's untamed rivers? Only time will tell. Number 10. Blue-ringed octopus. It's hard to believe that a tiny octopus would be considered one of the most dangerous animals in Australia, but here we are. The blue-ringed octopus may be small, but it is also very deadly. It is easily recognized by its cream body and striking blue rings. This octopus lives at the bottom of soft, sandy, shallow tide pools and coral reefs. Native to the Pacific and Indian Oceans, it spends a lot of its time hiding from predators, but when attacked, it becomes one of the most dangerous in the ocean. When threatened, the blue rings on its body become even more vivid, serving as a warning to potential predators. This display is a last-ditch effort to avoid confrontation, as the octopus would rather flee than fight. However, if provoked or handled, it will not hesitate to bite, delivering its deadly venom. The venom contains tetrodotoxin, a potent neurotoxin that is also found in pufferfish, and it works by shutting down the victim's nervous system. Even more terrifying is the fact that there is no known antidote for the venom, making prevention the only real defense. Despite its deadly nature, the blue-ringed octopus is not aggressive and will only bite if it feels cornered or threatened. Divers and snorkelers are often advised to admire this creature from a safe distance and never attempt to touch it. Its small size and beautiful appearance make it deceptively dangerous, luring the unsuspecting into a false sense of security. This octopus's venom can kill 26 humans within minutes and is more than 1,000 times stronger than cyanide. The venom is transferred through a bite. It instantly blocks the nerve signals throughout the body, causing nausea, loss of senses, and muscle paralysis. This leads to respiratory arrest in humans, and with no known antidote, the only way to stop death is immediate artificial respiration. Victims of this octopus's venomous bite who make it through the first 24 hours have generally gone on to make a full recovery. If that isn't enough to put you off, the bite is usually painless, so you may not even know until it's too late. If you see an octopus that looks like this character, get out of the water immediately. Number 9. Great white shark. No discussion about dangerous Australian animals would be complete without mentioning the great white shark. This star of the big screen was the main character in the award-winning film Jaws and had a cameo role in Finding Nemo as Bruce. Not only is it a legend of the big screen, it's also a legend of the deep, one to be avoided if at all possible. The great white shark is a natural weapon. Its torpedo shape helps propel it through the water, and its powerful tail allows it to reach speeds of up to 15 miles per hour. Imagine that coming towards you in the water. It's a pretty scary thought, that's for sure. However, as terrifying as this shark looks, it's actually not a mindless killing machine as its reputation suggests. The great white is found in cool coastal waters. They migrate throughout the world, with numbers depleting due to overfishing. With 300 teeth, the ability to detect one drop of blood in 25 gallons of water, growing up to 20 feet long, and weighing up to 5,000 pounds, the great white shark is the world's largest known living predatory fish. A naturally curious shark, they make up a third to a half of the annual shark attacks worldwide. It is, however, extremely unlikely that you'll be involved in a fatal great white shark attack. Feeding mostly on sea lions, seals, and whales, scientists say that they sample bite to make sure they're about to consume the right prey. Unfortunately, this sample bite can be fatal, which isn't exactly ideal, is it? Number 8. Redback Spider. Australian black widow found Australia-wide. The redback spider is one to be avoided. Its bite is extremely toxic, excreting venom into the veins of its victim in seconds. This can result in severe illness, especially to young children. Only the red dorsal stripe distinguishes them as dangerous to humans. Their large front fangs dig in deeply, causing immense pain. The venom contains neurotoxins that can cause symptoms such as muscle pain, nausea, vomiting, and even paralysis in severe cases. While fatalities are rare thanks to the availability of antivenom, untreated bites can lead to prolonged suffering and complications. Redbacks are known for their resilience and adaptability, often making their homes in urban areas, including sheds, garages, and even children's code playgrounds. Their webs are messy and irregular, designed to trap unsuspecting prey that wanders too close. Female redbacks are particularly aggressive when guarding their eggs, and their venom is far more potent than that of the smaller males. Interestingly, male redbacks often sacrifice themselves during mating, allowing the female to consume them, a behavior that increases the chances of successful reproduction. Despite their fearsome reputation, redbacks play an important role in controlling insect populations, making them a vital part of Australia's ecosystem. The redback grows up to 35 millimeters in body length and can be identified by the bright red diamond shape on its back. They mainly prey on insects and small animals. To capture them, they spring out of their burrows as prey is passing by. Could you imagine the fright an unsuspecting bug would get as they're going about their daily business, having the scary character leap out and gobble them up? Their burrows are buried deep into the ground, up to 1 meter deep. Males are usually found wandering out of the burrows in search of a mate, especially after it's been raining. So if you find yourself in Australia and it's just finished raining, stay inside for a bit, otherwise you might meet up with a redback. Number 7. Irakani Jellyfish. This character makes an extraordinary sight. The Irakani is both graceful and small, and yet another jellyfish to be avoided. These little sea creatures are dangerous. They have the ability to fire stingers from the tips of their tentacles, hitting innocent victims that just so happen to be swimming in their vicinity. These stingers inject venom. What makes the Irakani even more terrifying is its size. It's only about a cubic centimeter, making it nearly invisible in the water. Swimmers often don't realize they're in danger until it's too late, as the jellyfish's transparent body blends seamlessly with the ocean. The venom is one of the most potent in the animal kingdom, capable of causing Irakani syndrome, a condition that can lead to heart failure in severe cases. Victims often describe the pain as unbearable, with some saying it feels like their body is on fire. The jellyfish's sting can also cause psychological symptoms, such as a sense of impending doom, which adds to the terror of the experience. Despite its deadly reputation, the Irakani plays an important role in the marine ecosystem, feeding on small fish and plankton. Researchers are studying its venom to better understand its effects and to develop potential medical applications, such as painkillers. However, for now, the best advice is to avoid swimming in areas where these jellyfish are known to inhabit, especially during jellyfish season. This venom causes excruciating lower back and abdominal pain, nausea, headaches, vomiting, and some say that they feel like they're about to die. What a terrifying experience. What makes it so scary is that the jellyfish's stings are so severe that they can cause fatal brain hemorrhages. But get this, many people don't know that they've been stung. They don't feel the sting until the effects of the venom kick in. They might be small, but they are responsible for hospitalizing 50 to 100 people per year. That's an impressive statistic, and reason to keep well away. Number 6. Taipan Snake. This snake strikes so fast that it can kill a person within 30 minutes. The taipan is one of Australia's most dangerous animals. It has enough venom in one drop to kill 100 humans, so it is definitely one to be avoided. Fortunately, it is afraid of humans and will only lash out when interfered with or when it feels threatened. When it strikes, it releases presynaptic neurotoxins in its fangs. The venom also contains procoagulants, which cause the blood to clot uncontrollably, leading to blockages in vital organs. Victims often experience symptoms such as severe abdominal pain, nausea, dizziness, and difficulty breathing within minutes of being bitten. Without immediate treatment, the venom can cause organ failure, internal bleeding, and eventually death. Antivenom is available and highly effective, but it must be administered quickly to counteract the venom's rapid effects. Taipans are known for their incredible speed and accuracy, often striking multiple times in quick succession to ensure their prey is subdued. Despite their deadly reputation, taipans play an important role in controlling rodent populations, which helps maintain balance in their ecosystems. They are highly adaptable and can be found in a variety of habitats, from coastal regions to arid deserts. However, their elusive nature and preference for remote areas mean that encounters with humans are relatively rare. The highly potent venom can also cause severe envenoming of humans. This is a potentially life-threatening disease that typically results from the injection of a mixture of different toxins or by having venom sprayed into the eyes by a certain species of snake. If you are bitten by this snake, you should seek medical attention immediately. And shoot, if you're bitten by anything in Australia, it seems like you should get medical attention. Taipan snakes are part of the Elapidae family and can range in color from beige to dark brown. They can also experience seasonal color change, which makes them even harder to identify. These snakes range in size but are commonly found around 1.8 to 2.4 meters in length. Different species of the taipan snake have been discovered in Australia, including the most recent, the desert taipan. This snake was discovered in the central mountain ranges of Western Australia in 2006. Number 5. Bull sharks. Aggressive, sharp teeth, always hungry, fast, and deadly. This pretty much sums up our next dangerous animal of Australia. The bull shark is aggressive, fast, and deadly. Wow. They are some of the most menacing of all sharks. It has sharp teeth, is always hungry, and is among one of the more common sharks in the ocean. They normally live in or near highly populated areas within tropical shorelines. The bull shark chooses this type of area to inhabit as they make a great buffet for a greedy shark. But if you think you're safe from these fish when swimming inland, unfortunately, you would be wrong. The bull shark isn't picky about the type of water it can survive in. In fact, it's even been known to venture inland through rivers. Yeah, you heard that right, rivers. These sharks have been spotted as far as 2,500 miles up the Amazon River and even in freshwater lakes in Central America. Their ability to regulate salt levels in their bodies allows them to thrive in both saltwater and freshwater environments. This adaptability makes them a unique and formidable predator, capable of hunting in areas where most sharks cannot survive. Bull sharks are known for their unpredictable behavior, often swimming in murky waters where visibility is low, making them even more dangerous. They are highly territorial and will attack anything they perceive as a threat, which is why they are responsible for many unprovoked attacks on humans. Despite their fearsome reputation, bull sharks play an important role in maintaining the balance of marine ecosystems by controlling fish populations. Its strong mouth is full of razor-sharp teeth that won't hesitate to sink into anything in its path. Scientists believe that the bull shark should be considered the most dangerous shark in the world. Alarmingly, it is classed as one of the top 3 sharks likely to attack a human. With a short, blunt snout, these curious sharks tend to headbutt their prey before attacking. They feed on fish, dolphins, and even other sharks. Humans, however, are not considered part of their food source list. So if you feel something bump your leg the next time you're in the water, stay calm and try to get to shore as quickly and quietly as possible. Number 4. Geographer cone snail. It seems a little bizarre that a snail would be classed as dangerous, but it is Australia, right? So we shouldn't be surprised. The Geographer cone snail makes the list because one sting from this predatory snail can kill multiple adult humans. This is not an animal I would like to stumble across in the backyard, even if it is tiny. You may be thinking to yourself, how is a snail capable of killing full-grown human beings? And this is a relevant question. The snail is venomous. Its venom is a complex cocktail of conotoxins, which are designed to paralyze its prey almost instantly. The snail uses a harpoon-like tooth to inject the venom, and this tooth is sharp enough to pierce through wetsuits. What makes the Geographer cone snail even more terrifying is that there is no antivenom for its sting, meaning treatment is limited to managing symptoms and providing supportive care. Victims of a sting may experience intense pain, muscle paralysis, difficulty breathing, and, in severe cases, respiratory failure. Despite its deadly potential, the venom of the cone snail is being studied for medical purposes, as some of its compounds show promise in developing new painkillers. These snails are slow-moving but highly efficient predators, relying on their camouflage to ambush unsuspecting fish. Divers and snorkelers are often warned to avoid picking up or handling cone snails, as their sting can be delivered in an instant. One component of its venom that causes it to be so deadly is how fast it works. It preys on mostly fish, thankfully, so the venom has to be fast-acting so they don't get too far away. Once poisoned, the snail takes them back to its hideout and starts enjoying a feast. When it comes to humans, the neurotoxins in the venom affect our vision and speech. There is some good news, though. This snail might have the ability to kill, but there is only one recorded death in Australia, and that was in 1935. These snails are found in the ocean on reefs, so stay on land, and you should be fine. Number 3. Sydney funnel web spider. One of the most notoriously dangerous spiders, the Sydney funnel web has a reputation that puts the black widow to shame. This is definitely deserved, though, as reports are in no way exaggerated. The bite of this spider is said to be extremely painful almost immediately. Clear bite marks are left on the skin. The site of the bite mark becomes red, inflamed, and starts to burn. Worse still, the bite can take as little as 15 minutes to cause irreversible damage or even death. The venom of the Sydney funnel web contains a potent neurotoxin called atrichotoxin, which specifically targets the human nervous system. Symptoms of envenomation include muscle spasms, difficulty breathing, excessive sweating, and a rapid heartbeat. In severe cases, the venom can cause fluid to build up in the lungs, leading to respiratory failure. Fortunately, an antivenom was developed in 1981, and since then, no deaths have been recorded from funnel web bites. However, quick medical intervention is still critical, as the venom acts rapidly and can cause significant damage if left untreated. These spiders are most active during the warmer months, and males, in particular, are more likely to wander into homes while searching for mates. Out of all 35 species of funnel web spiders, the Sydney funnel web is the deadliest. A bite from the funnel web is said to be a medical emergency, and the victim needs to seek help immediately. The pain from a bite is caused by the size of the spider's fangs. These fangs can sometimes be lodged in the skin, and the spider could remain hanging until it's dislodged by shaking or flicking it off. These spiders can be identified by their dark, shiny appearance and with finger-like web spinnerets at the end of their abdomen. The Sydney funnel web is aggressive, rearing back on its hind legs, lifting itself up, and displaying its fangs when threatened. This little spider is definitely something to mark off the attraction list when visiting Australia. Number 2. Stonefish. Is that a stone? No, it's a fish. The stonefish is a dangerous little character that is more than happy to stay out of the water for up to 24 hours. It has many unique qualities that it uses to stay safe. It pretty much has an arsenal of weaponry, covered in hypodermic-like spines. These fish deter predators from coming too close. They are also the world's most venomous fish. The spines on their back cause severe pain alone but also inject venom so toxic that it can kill an adult human in less than an hour if left untreated. What makes the stonefish even more dangerous is how easy it is to accidentally step on one, as they often remain motionless and perfectly camouflaged on the ocean floor. Their venom is delivered through pressure, meaning even a light step can trigger the release of toxin. Victims of stonefish stings describe the pain as excruciating, often accompanied by swelling, difficulty breathing, and even temporary paralysis. Antivenom is available, but immediate first aid, such as immersing the affected area in hot water, is crucial to neutralize the venom. Despite their deadly reputation, stonefish are not aggressive and only use their venom as a defense mechanism when threatened. Their ability to survive out of water for extended periods also makes them a hazard in shallow tidal pools or on rocky shores. The stonefish uses its spines and venom to fend off predators, a method that has proved very effective. Am I not surprised? These masters of camouflage can blend in perfectly with their surroundings, taking the appearance of a stone. They can sit unnoticed within reefs and on the seafloor, hiding from their prey, predators, and even divers. As it lays among the rocks, it waits for its prey, quickly striking before they get a chance to get away. These fish are not considered desirable. They are rarely eaten by humans and only targeted for the private aquarium trade. There's still an abundance of them living around and in our oceans, so the next time you go to pick up a stone to throw it into the water, make sure you look carefully. Number 1. Box jellyfish. The top prize for world's most venomous animal goes to the box jellyfish, a deadly little character that hangs out in the coastal waters off northern Australia and throughout the Indo-Pacific. But it can sense that you're there, and has some of the most toxic venom in the world. Its venom contains violent toxins that attack the body's nervous system, skin cells, and heart. In fact, barely anything is left untouched. The box jellyfish is responsible for over 5,500 deaths since 1954. What makes them even more terrifying is their ability to move with purpose. Unlike most jellyfish that simply drift with the currents, they have 24 eyes arranged in clusters around their body, allowing them to detect light, movement, and obstacles in their path. This makes them highly effective hunters, as they can actively navigate toward prey or away from potential threats. Their tentacles are covered in thousands of specialized cells called nematocysts, which fire venom-filled harpoons into anything they touch. Even a brief brush with a single tentacle can deliver enough venom to cause excruciating pain and, in some cases, death. Swimmers are often caught off guard by their near invisibility in the water, as their pale blue, transparent bodies blend seamlessly with the ocean. This is why many beaches in northern Australia have stinger nets and warning signs during jellyfish season to protect swimmers. A delicate specimen, they only weigh up to 2 kilograms, but they're actually quite large. They can grow up to 12 inches around, and each tentacle can reach a massive 10 feet long. This gives them a huge stinging area, so you need to be exceptionally careful not to get in the way. Box jellyfish are an extremely dangerous fish and are often referred to as a sea wasp or marine stinger. They are pale blue and transparent in color and get their box name from their cube-like shape. People that have been stung say that it is overpoweringly painful and that their bodies have shut down automatically. This shock causes victims to drown or have heart failure before they can even reach the safety of shore. People who have survived these attacks have described weeks of considerable pain, not to mention the scars left behind on their bodies where the jellyfish's tentacles have made contact. Australia, the land down under, is home to some seriously dangerous creatures that come in all shapes and sizes. From the seemingly fragile box jellyfish to the infamous great white shark, there are many scary animals that call Australia home. Not only are they frightening, but some are also deadly, so it's important to be extra careful around them. Also, check out the other cool things appearing on the screen right now. See you next time.